Alright guys, what's going on? Today I'm coming at you guys with a different version of Machinas. This is a more of a grind uh version. Like you're in it for like the long run. This deck, I mean, it probably can OTK, but it's very unlikely. And you kind of want to go first with this deck. You do have a chance of going second, but this is more budget friendly, and I think it's still very competitive. So like, Machina defense perimeter, to me, like I'm reading it, and I still find it to be very good, but it kind of reminds me of Will of the Salomon Great. But instead of special summoning, you basically get to add it to your hand, and it provides protection to the Machina monsters on the field. So like first turn setup, like if you have like Machina defense perimeter with like a level 10 or a level 7 or higher, you can basically protect the smaller ones, and it cannot target them for attacks. And then we run a good amount of trap cards, just like staple trap cards, triple solemn strikes, compulse, and torrential, because torrential is actually very good in this deck. And with the new support coming out, you're gonna be able to search out torrential. So I think I'm probably gonna run that in this. This I don't think is better than the first deck profile I made, the super competitive one, but I still think it can stand a chance. Now I'm not using the extra deck. You guys can use like Abyss Dweller, Platinum Gadget, stuff like that. You can even use the Utopia package with Utopia Double. But this is just like a basic thing so you guys can see. So let's start off our draws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So really good hand. So we're gonna start off normal summoning the gear frame, and with the gear frame we're gonna add Citadel because we want him in the grave as fast as possible. If I can find it, there we go. Then we're gonna activate Machina redeployment. We're gonna send the Citadel to search out 2 Machina cards. So this is where like the part where it kind of gets different. So here we're gonna add Machina defense perimeter, and we're going to add, I think maybe a possessed urge. Yeah, let's add the possessed urge. So we're gonna shuffle. And the cool thing about this is like it uses spell and traps and monsters. So like some decks really just run like monster removal. They don't really run spell and trap card removal. So that means your spell and trap cards are gonna shine. And if they have spell and trap card removal, then you still have your basic Citadel plays. So here we're gonna activate the supply squad, and we're gonna activate the defense perimeter. So remember, defense perimeter, if a face-up machine monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, we get to add a machine monster from our graveyard to our hand, which is really good. In supply squad, if a monster we control is destroyed by battle or card effect, we get to draw a card. So here we're going to send the possessed urge to the grave to special summon Irradiator, and we're going to activate Irradiator's effect to target possessed urge. We're going to special summon the possessed urge, and we're gonna destroy Irradiator. Now here, chain links are gonna happen. We're gonna do chain link 3 Citadel, chain link 2 perimeter, and chain link 1 squad. So chain link 3 Citadel is gonna special summon since Earth Machine Monster was destroyed. Chain link 2 defense perimeter, we're gonna add the Irradiator back to the hand, and supply squad activates, which lets us draw a card. So we did draw the Solemn Strike. So here we would set 1, and we still have 2 Irradiators in hand. So this we can use for next turn, but this is like our end board, which like it doesn't look as much, but every time like they destroy a monster by battle or card effect, we get to draw a card, and then we get to add a machine monster from our graveyard to our hand. So let's say, I don't know, they summon a bunch of monsters or whatever, and we want to get rid of them. We can activate the Citadel effect to destroy Citadel and destroy all their monsters. Supply Squad is going to activate, and we're going to draw a card. We're not going to activate Perimeter because we want to have the Citadel in the grave. And then, like, let's say if they're able to get through that, we have the Solemn Strike. So then, next turn, we're gonna draw. So we have the trade-in. We're gonna activate the trade-in, I believe. Send the one Irradiator to the grave. We're gonna draw 2. Torrential and Iron Draw. We could activate Iron Draw right now since we control 2. We're gonna draw 2 more. And like, this is all in 2 turns, guys. So if you wanted to make things more safe, you could probably like go into Abyss Dweller just because actually maybe not. We could just set 3. We could even activate the Supply Squad to make sure we get more draws. And yeah, we'll leave the Torrential for later. So now their turn, they have to basically destroy our cards or whatever. So if they summon anything that gets rid of our back row or something, you know, we have the Solemn Strike, we have the Compulse. If they destroy, like, let's say they destroy both of our monsters. So let's say they destroy Possessed Storage first. We're gonna trigger literally all of these effects. So Supply Squads activate. We're gonna draw 2 because we have 2 on the field. Citadel's gonna activate because, well, it's not gonna activate because this is dark. And then Perimeter, Machina Defense Perimeter is gonna activate, and we're gonna add the Possessed Storage to our hand. So then they destroy the gear frame. This gets destroyed, but we're able to special summon the Citadel. And then it literally just keeps going back and forth. And look how many cards we just plussed off. Like just the basic hand that we had, which was like, what, two or 3 monsters on the field. So this is just to show you guys the potential that this deck has. And like, this is like a budget build, guys. Like none of these cards are expensive. Literally none of these. Like you could literally get like all these cards. I'm pretty sure there are cents. So I'm gonna have to shuffle a little bit. And I think with the traps, it's a really good addition. Just cause like if they summon anything problematic, we have the Solemn Strike. You know. So I did put apart my my deck to do this, and like I'm still gonna use that like whenever places open up and we start having tournaments again. I'm gonna use that deck, and then I'll be able to to update you guys on like how the deck is doing and stuff. But this is another version that I honestly would not like. I would go into tournaments with this as well, like maybe locals. Definitely go into locals with this. And like right there, we didn't even use an extra deck, guys. So imagine like we could have gone into Abyss Dweller to stop their graveyard plays. We could have gone into like Platinum Gadget, special summon a monster from our hand. So you're gonna draw another 5. I love seeing both these cards. I actually love seeing all 3 of those cards actually. And the Upstart. So I added in the Upstart just because we want to see this card as fast as possible, and this makes our deck 39 cards basically. So we're gonna activate. We're gonna normal summon the gear frame, and gear frame is gonna allow us to add the Citadel because we want to discard it off redeployment. We're gonna activate Upstart and trade in later, so we're gonna try to thin out the deck as much as possible to see if we can draw into our trap cards. So we're gonna activate redeployment now. We're gonna discard the citadel. Here, we should add the irradiator, and we are going to add the spell card. So there's this really cool combo with Machina defense perimeter that you can do if you have trade-in in your hand. So we're gonna special summon a radiator. Hopefully you guys can see all this by sending Possessed Urge to the grave. We're gonna activate defense perimeter actually. We're gonna activate a radiator's effect to target Possessed Urge to special summon, and this gets destroyed, which is gonna trigger Citadel, and it's gonna trigger a defense perimeter. So we're gonna special summon Citadel, but we're not gonna activate Possessed Urge effect. We're gonna keep it on the field. Now perimeter's effect, we're gonna add the irradiator back to hand. Now we can activate the trade-in. We're gonna discard a level 8 to draw 2. And then we're gonna activate the Upstart Goblin to draw an extra card. Fortress. Now these weren't very good mills, but we still have, like, you know, like I said, we still have the Machina defense perimeter, so I'm gonna play this out like on their turn. We would here, like here you could go into Abyss Dweller. Since we didn't really have too much of a board, we could go into Abyss Dweller. But here, let's say they summon a bunch of monsters, we're gonna activate Citadel's effect, destroy itself to destroy all those monsters. We're gonna chain perimeter's effect. We need the irradiator back to activate the other trade-in. And let's say they get rid of both their monsters. Citadel's effect is gonna activate when they destroyed the gear frame to special summon. You know, and then we're gonna draw. So if they have any floodgates or whatever, we have the magical hound. Like if they had a mystic mine, like when they ended their turn or whatever, we have the magical hound to return that back to the hand to special summon, or literally any floodgate. But you know, we're not really gonna use this right now. This is just for, you know, to help us out. So we drew the other redeployment, which is extremely good. We're gonna do that. We're gonna send the fortress, and we are gonna add gear frame again, so we get another search, and we're gonna add what would we add? Maybe an irradiator, or even another fortress. Let's add the fortress. So here we would normal summon gear frame, activate gear frame's effect, add Machina Megaform. Now here we can we'll activate trade-in to send the Megaform to the grave to draw 2. So there is a trap, and we got the other redeployment. Wow. So we're gonna set the trap, which is Solemn Strike, which is really good. We're gonna send Fortress to the grave. Do we? No, let's keep the Fortress. So we're gonna actually activate Fortress effect to special summon from the grave by discarding this. And then we can activate Fortress effect again from the grave, discarding this to special summon this. And if they don't have any monsters on their field, that's completely fine with us. We can still activate Citadel's effect to destroy let's see, what would we destroy? We could destroy Fortress or whatever if they haven't like any monsters or whatever. So this would get destroyed. Machina defense perimeter. We get to add a machine monster to our hand. We'll add a radiator, activate Fortress again. So we basically destroyed their monsters for no cost because we could summon back the Fortress. Here you can go link into, it's not even a sleeve, it's just right next to me, but Platinum Gadget. Because Fortress left the field, we can activate Megaform's effect by banishing the Fortress. We can special summon Megaform. And now with Platinum Gadget, we can special summon a level 4 lore machine monster from our hand to a zone it points to. We can special summon Hound. And then here, if you wanted to, which I think would be kind of dope, you can like synchro here for a level 8, I don't know, like Stardust or something. And then Megaform's effect, you can activate it to tribute itself. Is this, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I think you can only use one effect per turn, so yeah. So we keep that on the field. But yeah, and this is all in 2 turns. So this is why I really like this deck. Like I'm saying right now, like it's here for a long time, not a good time. And like on their turn, we have Citadel that can activate. If they destroy Fortress, we can destroy a card on the field. Machina Defense Perimeter is gonna activate, and we have this Solemn Strike. So I'm gonna do one more for you guys. Now, like I have bricked before with this deck, but it was mostly when I had a 3rd Iron Call. And what else did I take out? I think I took out a Foolish and added the Upstart Goblin. So we we tried to increase our chances of drawing redeployment. So I think you guys should give this a try. I haven't tried it like online or whatever, just because I really don't like playing online. But from, you know, our hands, it's, you know, pretty decent. And the cool thing is, like, if you're going second, you can just side out all the traps and just add in your side deck cards. So you can just add in, like, the Dark Little Moors, add in the Kaijus, and you'll be good. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this. This has just really inspired me. You know, there's a YouTuber called like Abby Shire or something, and she's like literally like the best mermail player. And like her channel is mostly around like water attribute or mermails. So I kind of want to make this channel like mostly about machinas and machina combos and like different ways you can run machinas. So here, you know, we're gonna draw our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of weird hand because we drew 2 machina redeployments. I think we would hold on to the redeployment. It's either hold on to this or send the air raider. So for combo's sake, we're gonna just send another redeployment. We wanna add gear frame, and we always want to make sure we have the spell, because the spell is what makes all of this possible, to recur monsters and stuff. So here we're gonna normal summon the gear frame. We're not gonna go for a Citadel, which you can, which actually I think is a much better option than going for the Irradiator. So shuffle our deck. We're gonna activate Aerator's effect to send the Citadel to special summon. So this effect triggers during your opponent's turn, and it destroys, you know, one of our monsters. So our defense perimeter basically allows us to get this back to the hand, like if we destroy this or if we destroy the gear frame. Machina Overdrive also destroys one of our monsters, so it's gonna trigger Citadel, and we can special summon a Machina monster from the deck, any Machina monster, which is pretty insane. And let's see what we draw off Upstart. compose, amazing. So this is our turn 1 board. It's not crazy, but we still have plays. So let's assume it's their turn. If they summon anything crazy, we can activate overdrive, target the gear frame. Let's go for fortress. Now I love having supply squad just because we would draw off that. So the gear frame gets destroyed. Machina defense perimeter is gonna activate, and citadel. So citadel is gonna special summon from the grave, and gear frame is gonna be added back to our hand. So we have another combo starter next turn. We could activate Air Raiders effect again. Well, not again. We're gonna activate Air Raiders effect just to build up our defense. Like if they're summoning a bunch of monsters, we can summon. Actually, no, we cannot do that. Because we activated its effect. We can summon another fortress, and then, you know, Citadel's effect can trigger whenever. So the cool thing about having fortress on the field, none of the effects are once per turn, and like if they target them, we get to rip a card from their hand, and we get to see their hand. So really good. So yeah, we still have a compulse that we can activate if they summon anything crazy, and Citadel's effect to destroy itself to destroy all their monsters. So then after that, we drew a supply squad. Amazing. We're gonna normal summon the gear frame. Let's say we activated this. Let's get that out the way. The gear frame's effect, we're gonna add. We could add another citadel. Do you want to add citadel? Yeah. So here, we could link these into something like the Platinum Gadget, or Clifford Genius is a really good option. My extra deck, I'm not sure where it is, so I could kind of show you guys what I would go for. So, but here you can go into like Clifford Genius to like negate a card on the field. Since the fortress is in the grave, we can discard the citadel to special summon the fortress again. But mostly you want to try to destroy a monster so you can special summon the citadel. So like let's say we do this to summon Platinum Gadget. We can activate the trap card from the grave to banish it, to shuffle 3 monsters in our graveyard. So we kind of want to keep the citadel. Or if not, we can, like when we link summon, we could special summon a fortress by discarding a citadel. And now since we have 2 citadels, we don't really need 2 in the grave, so we can shuffle these 3 back into the deck. And then draw an extra card. So let's see what we draw. Gear frame, pretty good. I'm pretty sure we normal summoned already. We can activate Platinum Gadgets to special summon this from our hand. And yeah, so like on our turn, we want to try to find a way to destroy our own cards so we can trigger these. So like let's say we had a citadel on the field. Let's just have this in our hand. We could activate citadel to even destroy like Platinum Gadget, and if you guys want to run gadgets, you could, to destroy gadget. gadget's gonna trigger. We want to special summon a gadget monster from the deck. Perimeter's gonna activate. We're gonna add. We can even add, since we don't have any machine in the grave, add platinum gadget back to our extra deck, and supply squad. We draw an extra card. So, yeah, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. I feel like this is really good, but at the same time, like, it's not insane. So just let me know what you guys think, if you guys think similar to me, or if you guys just think this is not good at all. And let me know if you guys have any any input for this, because I would like to make this as as competitive as possible, but not with expensive cards. If you guys want to see a deck profile of this, I will make it. This is like very budget. Like, this is 3 structure decks of the Machina Mayhem, and literally, like, I'm not even joking, like, this is like a 25-cent card. Compulse, you can run a common. Torrential, common. Solemn Strike, you can run common. Trade-ins are hella cheap. Unchained Soul, I know, is hella cheap as well. Iron Draw came in the structure deck. Supply Squad, I'm not sure if it came in the structure deck, but I know it's extremely cheap. So literally, to get this entire deck, you would have to spend maybe, let's say the 3 structure decks are 10, so 30, so maybe $40, and you have this deck, which is insane, guys. And this is without an extra deck. So imagine if we're running an extra deck, you can run the Abyss Dweller, you can run the Utopia package like I was saying, you can run Baguska to stall, and Baguska wouldn't be too bad because you can summon Baguska in defense, and if you have trap cards, you can set them. So like, the only way they're able to get over Baguska is if they summon a link monster. You can activate Solemn Strike on the link monster, not even Solemn Strike, like Compulse or Solemn Warning that you can add, and it'll get rid of that. And then during your turn, you just put the Baguska in attack mode and then try to OTK as fast as possible, and it's very possible in this deck. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Try to show you this video to all your friends, guys. Like, I think everyone should know that Machinas is an extremely good deck, and people don't really see the potential of this deck. So thank you guys for watching once again, and till next time.